We talk a lot about changing culture, but what does that actually look like, either behind the bar or on the floor?
Well, I believe that changing culture is a full spectrum of things. It is assessing the atmosphere, right? What's the tone? What can we do to help each other? What is the energy? How do we feel when we walk in the room? How do we treat each other? How do we treat our guests? Um, I think a lot of reasons that people leave jobs is because they leave their boss. They don't leave they don't leave the job actually. So giving people an atmosphere of belonging and happiness and figuring out, hey, everything that you say matters. Your thoughts matter. You contribute to this business and make us great. So your feedback is very important. So listening to each other, taking time and pouring into them so that they can pour back into you is super important. So I think culture is a huge priority in any business. But that's what I define it as, more of an energy, a feeling, and how you take care of people.
So how does bystander training connect to that staff retention, that morale, and that overall atmosphere of the workplace that you're talking about?
I think that bystander training makes people more aware. The conversations that we lead with Safe Bar Network are an open dialogue. It's an open forum. We have breakouts, but it teaches us how to do, if this happens, well, how do you respond? How do you react? Where do you see yourself when things like this happen? When we have these conversations, this is not stuff that we talk about every day. Every day we're talking about who's coming in early, who's leaving, or we're gossiping about who's dating who, or, just little dialogue that really doesn't have anything to do with work. It's either that or who didn't do their side work, or who's going to run this food. I mean, it's not necessarily about, well, what if someone sexually assaulted in our restaurant? How do we handle that? So we kind of address the ick, if you will, in a different scene. So our people are talking. We're figuring out, how do we respond to conflict? If something happens, how do we protect each other? How do we save each other? So there are 3 different ways that we always cover, and that's direct, delegating, and distracting. So anybody's personality type should be able to fit into doing that, because we're all different. When we have these dialogues, people get to know a little bit more about their coworker and how their responses are. They pay attention to their body language. They have code words. They might decide, hey, we need to use walkie-talkies to communicate, or we need to do a check on each other. So just making sure that we're interacting in a way that is aware and alert. And I think bystander training helps people pay attention to things that they didn't before, so they can have each other's back.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like one of the most helpful things that comes out of this training is just starting to open a conversation and make it comfortable to talk about these things with our coworkers so that we can continue the conversation after the training.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What is the most important thing that you want every staff member who goes through this Safe Bar training to walk away with?
Pay attention to each other and believe each other. I think that having each other's back, I mean, if you want to just put it in one word or one phrase, I would say have each other's back. And knowing that we can have each other's back, we can have our customers' back. And they see that. They see how much we care about each other, but also see how much we care about them. And make sure that they have a safe night out. We take all of those precautions when we're paying attention to what's going on. And the only way that we can deal with things and deal with them expeditiously in a way that makes people feel safe is if we pay attention and have each other's back. So definitely where I go with that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Emma. I think that's really all I have. I know that felt super short, but I think that's kind of ideal for social media. So perfect. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about Safe Bar?
No, I just think that it's a fantastic organization, and I want to encourage people, if they have the capability, to support in any way.
Yeah.
This is one of the major hospitality, I think, initiatives with safety and having each other's back. I think that if you have the capacity to donate to help support the cause, please do. If you're interested in doing this for your venue, please do it. It's very interactive. We make it fun, even though we're talking about the uncomfortable things. And always, just think about what's in the best interest of your people. We have to remember that hospitality isn't just us taking care of our customers. It's us as leaders taking care of our team members. It's us as owners taking care of our managers and our team leaders. We have to stop being so segmented and realize that as a team, everybody has their part in hospitality.
I totally agree. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to press stop recording.